Hey, welcome to the VGC. I'm John.
This is Geo, and look at this cool graphic we got from our very own Lane Wheeler, balling out.
Sick. So good.
It's my new desktop, so Lane, congratulations, you are a desktop image on my computer.
Woo!
Number one fan. Well, Jonathan,
Yeah.
Jonathan was our number one fan, but now he's on the show.
Hey, got to move up in the world.
Got to.
So today we're going to be talking about net neutrality, new Batman, and
The fact that Nintendo is cutting some services.
Nintendo's cutting some services. So net neutrality, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. Pretty much Verizon, Comcast, and all these other major companies are trying to say, hey, look, we want the internet to be regulated. You want to say that, look, you have Netflix, you got to pay extra. You want to get a better router, you got to pay extra. Oh, you want to just, use your Xbox? We're going to bottleneck your Xbox service. So what net neutrality was, it was a law written saying that no matter what happens or what's going on, ISP cannot throttle your internet. So Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Xbox was safe no matter what you did. Now, since that rule is gone and they're trying to rewrite it to where it's acceptable, pretty much Verizon can cut services. Anybody can cut services. They can make you pay extra, like I said. If you want a better router, they can give you service. So people like Netflix and Hulu have to go through backdoor deals saying, hey, here's this amount of money. Let us be able to stream on your service without throttling us. And even then, there's no guarantee that, we're not going to throttle them unless there's a written contract. I think it's a mess.
It's awful.
It's literally impeding on our free speech.
It's going to drive up prices for online gaming, which are already going up now because we've been paying it for Xbox Live for a while. We're now with the PS4, we're gonna have to start paying
monthly
for
games like WoW,
PlayStation
and
Plus,
stuff like that.
And so all of these services that are always getting more and more expensive are just going to keep getting more expensive because now the service providers for the games themselves are going to have to pay for quality streaming and quality connections to their stuff.
And
it's
even
really
then,
frustrating.
Say you have an Xbox and Microsoft and Verizon for some reason have a fallout. Yeah. Verizon can say, hey, your IP address, your MAC address from your Xbox, we're not accepting it. You can't play games. Which, in that case, you'd have to get a whole nother internet service provider.
And
it's just ridiculous.
That's expensive, especially if you live somewhere where maybe one of the bigger ones isn't available because they're not available everywhere. But
the internet is a utility. Nowadays, if you want to do anything in life, if you want to advance in life, the internet is a must. Mm-hmm. And without the internet, it's going to be hard to do anything. It's going to be hard to learn, get some tasks done, and communicate with the world. Because everything's going too digital, everything's going online. And so this is a huge issue that people probably either A, don't know about, or B, don't care about, which you really need to care about. So in order to do something about this, the only thing you can do is call your congressman, call the FCC.
Yep.
That's the only thing you can do. Is
call them,
let them know. It's a huge deal for all of America.
Yeah, it's crazy. I when the lawsuit that the ISPs put against the FTC for net neutrality, when that was ruled against net neutrality as being constitutional, I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind.
Did you read any articles that they wrote about it?
Like right after?
Yeah, people said why it got rejected.
No, I don't think I did.
Because a couple articles I read was that the wording that they put to describe the internet, the judge was like, everything in here is very valid. All your points are solid, but the way you describe the internet is wrong. Therefore, I cannot allow this, net neutrality to be a thing.
Wow.
So
a technicality?
We can be looking at another AT&T back in the day when they were the only phone provider. So
that's crazy.
And that's got to do with the changing of times and how before the internet wasn't as much of a commodity, but now it's like I said earlier, it is a utility.
Yes,
you
definitely.
You need the internet.
You have to have it to do anything very
Shows like
productive.
this wouldn't happen without the internet.
Exactly.
There you go. If you want to keep the VGC around, protect the internet, do something about it, stand up for your rights. This is the VGC, and I'm Geo, and that message is approved by Geo Fogle.
All right,
Well-
so what's going on with Nintendo?
So Nintendo is no longer continuing its services for its online services, like leaderboards and stuff, for the Wii and the DS.
Yeah.
So people like me who still have their old silver DS and their classic Wii back at home, I have no more leaderboards in a few days. I can't play with people. I can't, send Pokemon to my Wii anymore. I have to get a 3DS and a Wii U. So
Tragic.
is
I'm
it a
sure.
bummer? Yeah, but I understand why. Because it's been, 10 years since the original DS, something like that? Almost 10 years?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like almost
It's
10 years.
old.
Like my
It's
silver
so
one is
old.
still pushing, but it's barely pushing. So it's time to
So
get an
old.
upgrade. And when you change things, when things get older and newer stuff comes out, something has to go.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Nintendo sales have been going, they aren't doing so hot, so they need to focus on 3DS and the
Yes.
Wii U.
Yep,
Because
exactly.
They need to put out good games for the Wii U.
I mean, you got Super Smash Bros. On the way.
They
and
do,
You got some of the
but-
bigger, a Zelda game is coming.
Their launch for the Wii U was so underwhelming, it was pathetic.
Yes.
I was working at
agreed,
Best Buy at the
agreed.
time, and I was like, wait, the Wii U's out already? All right, that's cool. Wait, there's no games for it? Well, I wonder if they're going to sell anything. I sold one Wii U in my 8 months at Best Buy.
Wow.
And that's because the guy wanted to
sad.
play with his older brother in another city. That was the only reason why I bought one. And I think he returned it like 2 weeks later. So Nintendo needs to get that situated. And then the 3DS is doing well.
3DS is the bomb
Handheld games are their
bomb.com
moneymaker.
right now.
They can make some really good handheld
because they're
games.
cheap, and then you can make games that are fun,
Right.
and then everybody buys fun games.
And then if you travel, you can just throw it in your bag with the charger.
Boom.
There you go.
And then you're getting better games than, let me pull out my smartphone or my tablet. And then you're getting really quality
I hate smartphone games.
games. Oh, exactly.
It
exactly.
kills battery. I can do so much more with that memory on my phone than play Angry Birds or Flappy Birds. Rest in peace, Flappy Birds. We have a little video game to show you guys from our very own Andrew Poteet called Speedrunners.
I think it looks really fun, so you guys check it out, and we'll see you after.
Have you ever been playing a multiplayer game with a friend where one person's character got so far ahead that it caused the other person's character to die? This is Speedrunners, the fast-paced competitive platforming game where you try to kill your opponents by being faster. The objective in Speedrunners is that you and up to 3 friends compete to be the last man standing. This is accomplished by outrunning your enemies to such a degree that they don't even fit on the screen anymore. Once someone gets killed by the screen area begins to shrink, ratcheting up the competition. While setting up a match, it's easy to change settings on the fly. Speedrunners has full controller support, and you can assign your character's actions to any button you want. There's 5 characters to choose from: Speedrunner, Eunuch, Cosmonaut Comrade, Hothead, and Moonraker. You can also change your character's colors. You can have any combination of multiplayer action, including local players, an online friend, a random online opponent, or a bot. Once you've chosen your characters, the game takes you to the level select screen, where you can decide between 10 different levels, access user-created levels, or have the game choose a random level. Gameplay mechanics include running, jumping, sliding, using a speed boost, and wall jumping. Each character also has a grappling hook that can latch on to white surfaces. Using the grappling hook effectively is essential, otherwise you'll be left in the dust. Power-ups include turning into a drill, a hook that can grab other players and drag them back, and a pulse that can knock other players back. Using power-ups effectively can take you from last place to leading the pack. If a player gets too far behind, they die. Then competition gets fierce. As the screen area shrinks, the action becomes more intense. Make one mistake, and you're dead. There's a single-player mode, which is essentially a time trial mode where you complete levels in a limited amount of time. There's a level editor that lets you design your own levels, place power-ups, speed boosts, lasers, position ramps, and do basic programming for gates and switches. You can also browse the Steam Workshop for speedrunners, where you can upload your creations or download the most popular custom maps. This map introduces a Super Smash Bros. Type concept, where you try to get your enemy to fall into a spiky pit of doom. Speedrunners is an early access game on Steam, which means it's still in development, but it's already very stable and incredibly fun. You can find Speedrunners on Steam.
And we are here on the VGC about to show some Elder Scrolls Online beta. With me today is Catherine and Katrina. They're pretty much experts on this game and this whole world of Elder Scrolls. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty well. How are you?
All right, I'm doing pretty good. I played it earlier today, and to be honest, it was bad because the mouse I was using was awful. So, when you guys play, like, what are some, if I can remember my password, what are some of your favorite things about this game that they're doing? It's only in beta testing, and it's pretty refined. I think it's pretty refined.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd have to say my favorite thing would probably be the graphics thus far. I mean, the plot line is fantastic because they just automatically drop you in this really serious situation.
Did you start off in prison too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone,
All right.
all of them start off in Cold Harbor.
Because I was like, why am I locked up? I'm like, I haven't done anything yet.
Classic Elder Scrolls.
Oh yeah, they have a thing for prisoners,
Yeah,
don't they?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so.
But yeah, the graphics are fantastic.
My character
I have
on
to
level
say.
2.
Playing
I
a
mean-
Redguard. What is that?
I was a Redguard because on
Daggerfall
Skyrim,
Covenant?
I was a Redguard. So I was like, may as well stick to what I know, bashing stuff. But I made the rookie
Oh, yeah.
mistake of picking up a bow instead of a sword or a hammer.
Oh,
Ouch.
bummer.
So weapons, what is your class of choice? Class of choice.
Class of choice? Either Sorceress or Nightblade. I really like
yeah.
the stealth. It's classic Elder Scrolls stealth. You have a little icon.
Like being able to, like, can you like
Yeah, I
combo
mean, it's like
in
the
fighting
eye
system?
opening and closing.
Yeah.
You can combo stuff in this fighting as well.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, this is where I'm at right now. There we go. Third person view. All right. So I'm just gonna walk around. Now the game's set to come out in April, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, April 14th, or was it 4th?
4th.
April 4th.
On
April
the
4th.
PC
So
and
when
the Mac.
do you think? What's the? Is it gonna be monthly? Is it gonna be subscriptions? Gonna be free to play or?
Well, you have to buy the game first, and
Right.
then there will be a monthly subscription of, I think, $14.99.
Or maybe $13.99, around $14.
14.
Yeah, but then, who knows, they might, after a while they might switch it to free to play, but,
Right.
Yeah, they'll see
Kind of
how
like
well
how
it goes
Star
there.
Wars, how it started off.
Yeah.
Oh, we want $7 or $8 a month. They're like, actually, on second thought, since I have a big following, we'll make it free to play, but you buy this membership, you get better benefits.
They're really
Yeah.
banking on trying to get as many Elder Scrolls fans as possible.
Right, which I think it does a good job at capturing the essence of Elder Scrolls.
I agree.
One thing I don't like is the fact that my mouse kind of guides me where I don't need to go. I'm not used to that as a guy. I'm used to just using the WASD and then Q and E normally my strafe because like in Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 and WoW even, those are my go-to buttons. And the fact that I have to use my mouse to do more than just click and loot, it throws me off.
Yeah,
Completely.
and that is one of the things that they wanted to make unique about this game, that it was primarily mouse play, which I appreciate quite a bit, because whenever I'm playing Skyrim or anything on my PC, I really enjoy using the mouse, and so, because when you have a lot of, quick buttons and stuff, it just gets a little confusing for me, so I
Right.
enjoy that it's just pretty much point and click.
Right. And there's some good and some bad. I think it's pretty polished, like I said, for it being a beta. As I'm going through the prophet telling me what I need to do. Just sacrifice, was it Lysis her name?
Lyris.
Lyris? Yeah, she was cool. I mean, I'd rather be her alive, but she was cool.
Yeah.
But I just think that my biggest thing with the whole Elder Scrolls series is that the map navigation, like that little nav bar that you see on the top right there,
Yeah.
it always throws me off.
That was pretty new
Really?
in Skyrim, I think.
it-
No, it was new in Oblivion.
It like every
Yeah.
time I would walk to a destination, even in Skyrim, I would end up either going the wrong way or take twice as long to get there than normal. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like,
Well, I usually, whenever I'm trying to navigate somewhere, I'll check my big map and
right,
see.
I am a huge fan of avid map checking.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll just see like, oh, is there a mountain in my way? Would it be faster to go through this valley, or would it be faster to just go straight across the mountain? So.
Right.
I was a big fan of how they did it in Morrowind, where like the character would give you directions and you had to follow the directions.
I get lost so much in that game.
Yeah, but it was so fun.
It is fun. You discover a lot of neat things that
Yeah.
way.
Another big, for me, a big change is that E is my action button. Normally it's my mouse or F to take all loot. Was that kind of a difficult thing to get adjusted to as well, some of the controls? Because for me, it's still a big learning process. 'Cause I'm not used to using shift to sprint. That's one thing that throws me off. I don't have questions for you, Prophet. We don't need to talk.
Well, I'm pretty used to using E because I'm definitely more of a Steam or Elder Scrolls player more so than into MMOs.
Right.
So it was
that's not good.
fairly natural
Small lag ball.
to me. Oh, lordy.
This isn't good. I don't know what
You
this
don't-
is, but it's huge.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
you
don't
don't.
like
fight
You don't
him.
know. No, it's just a ghost. You're good. You're good.
But you do have to fight
good.
that.
Yeah. You have to.
I don't like this thing. We got a boss battle going on in the beta.
Oh yeah, and
How
you
do
know
you
that
play this?
actually wasn't there before. The Medusa-esque thing that you're fighting right now was added later, which
Yeah, it's a pretty new thing.
I take a little pride in because I actually suggested, hey, it'd be cool if you had a little bit more of a boss battle in the opening prison.
Yeah,
Part, 'cause
and
I felt like it was a little
adds
too
a little
easy.
more depth, and definitely kind of like this aspect because this is like, man, I'm already doing so much. I should probably just go ahead and buy this game when it comes out. But I gotta go make sure because if it's $15 a month, we'll definitely be questioning purchasing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
And I had my own reservations about it as well. But after playing, I've done like 3 or 4 beta tests already, and I'm fairly well convinced that it'll be worth it.
Right, and I'm definitely gonna be playing this weekend in between the mass amounts of homework I have to do. Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you.
That Elder Scrolls though, man.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty great entry to the MMO
I killed
genre.
Medusa. I beat my boss, unlike you. So
Okay,
the
whatever.
score is 1-0 right now.
Whatever.
It's for on-air boss killings. This has been the VGC. We finally have a Twitter, @the VGC. We have a Facebook page. Go follow us. Go like us. Tweet us. Ask us questions, suggestions. If you have graphics, send them to us. We'll use them because we like user-created stuff.
Yeah, we do.
I'm Geo Fogle.
I'm Jonathan Martin.
This has been the VGC. See y'all next week.